Member for Surrey Cloverdale.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And before I start, thank you to the member opposite for the opportunity to respond. I want to mention that I am speaking to you today from the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish people, specifically the Kwantlen, Katzie, and Samiami First Nations. As we know, COVID-19 in these times has been difficult for all of us, and we can finally see the glimmer of hope, the light at the end of the tunnel that's coming towards us. When we take a look at what we're doing as far as the economic development and the plans that have come in place, they're most supportive and they're very comprehensive and probably the most supportive in all of the country. When we take a look at what happened in BC, we've created 26,600 jobs. Employment levels have risen to about 99.4%. And we've restarted the province to the point where we are amongst the highest rate of four provinces that we have. We continue to make priority investments right across the province to help build and maintain a reliable and environmentally sound transportation system. And I'd like to speak about some of those that come to my riding of Surrey Cloverdale. When we talk about connecting communities with safe, effective, active transportation networks, they have to be the most affordable transportation options. And that's part of the foundational part of our government's plan to build a better, cleaner province. When we talk about transportation and how it affects the community, I want to make sure that we have that as part of our business plan that's going and part of what we talk about our economic recovery for small business. We want to make sure that the transportation hooks up those small businesses to the transportation networks that we're building. We've got accounting firms in my riding that have helped out and reached out to over 4 businesses right now, small, that'll benefit from this transportation network that'll come in to solve what we're having here. When we talk about the infrastructure and the investments that are there to the community, let's talk about the Patello Bridge. While it's not connected to my riding specific, it is connected to the Lower Mainland, Surrey and New Westminster. The new bridge, for those of you that have not driven over the old bridge, is a great improvement over what we'll have in front of us today. There'll be more walking lanes, 4 lanes to travel back and forth. It'll better connect the communities of Surrey and New Westminster with these wider lanes that'll make it safer to get across to the other side. Along with this, when we talk about a green network, we're talking about high quality walking and cycling paths that'll connect the bridge and the wide use paths that'll be on either side of the bridge, separated by the traffic with barriers. When we look forward at the infrastructure investments that are coming, we take a look at Surrey Langley SkyTrain. It's a priority for our government. No longer is it going to be a phased-in approach. It's going to start from Surrey Centre and move itself all the way to Langley. The jobs that this will create will be great for the area that we live in. There'll be steady jobs, high-paying jobs, and those jobs will, in fact, help the small businesses that are in the community that we serve. When we talk about the transportation that we have that's here with regards to the routes that are there, the Patello Bridge project is going to also help that access that the member opposite talked about with RCH. We talked about Highway 1 and the Fraser Valley and the future improvements that's there to get the work underway. Last year, we completed the 216 exchange that was there, and now they're planning to add HOV lanes in each direction of Highway 1 between 216 and 264. I'd be remiss if I didn't remind that the new Patello Bridge will be along the lines of what the government has done, so we're not punishing the people of Surrey and New Westminster with tolls. This bridge will be provided to the people of Surrey and New Westminster and others that are traveling to the city at no cost. Tolls are not what we need to have in here. We need to have the accessibility to these bridges. Mr. Speaker, this is what some of the things that the current government is doing to address the issues around infrastructure investments for the province of BC. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.